Good afternoon once again, honored guests, faculty, staff, parents, guardians, friends, family, and you, the graduating class of Central High School. Please stand for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the national anthem. The colors will be presented by the Central High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard, directed by Colonel Maria McElroy. Please remove your caps. Thank you, Central High School Color Guard. Everyone, please be seated. We will now have the introduction of our platform guests by Ms. Tia Johnson, Senior Class Professional School Counselor.
Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Honored guests, please stand as we briefly introduce you. Prince George's County Board of Education, Dr. Felton C. Moss, District 6. Lisa Howell, Chief Financial Officer. Nicole Isley McClure, Area 3 Instructional Director, Cluster 10. And Aisha Braveboy, Prince George's County State's Attorney. Representatives from Central High School include Cherie Savoy, Principal, Pamela Davis, Senior Class Administrator, Day Diang, Valedictorian, Keon Smith, Salutatorian, Armani Palmer, Senior Class President, Zykira Hagans-Johnson, Senior Class Vice President, Theophania Tosu, National Honor Society President, Jeremiah Parker, Student Government Association Executive Board Secretary, Elizabeth Urias, National Honor Society Vice President, and Clarice Cook Ward, Senior Class Sponsor.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. You may be seated. Ms. Howe will now provide official remarks on behalf of the Prince George's County Board of Education.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my honor to bring greetings on behalf of Prince George's County Public Schools as we gather to celebrate an unforgettable milestone, the graduation of Central High School class of 2025. Yes. This is a day filled with excitement, joy, and reflection. A day you will remember for the rest of your life. And I'm proud to be here with you, celebrating all that you have accomplished. Collectively, you have earned a total of $1,785,660 in scholarship money. Yes, awesome. Furthermore, you have produced 11 Merit Scholars and 14 Meritorious Service Recipients for students with more than 100 service learning hours. I'd also like to highlight Madeline Graham, who has made history as the first student from Central High School to earn a Child Development Associate credential. This class of 157 distinguished scholars has a lot to celebrate. Students, take pride in this moment. Look around you at the loved ones and friends and mentors who are here with you today to cheer you on. Those who have stood by you, lifted you up, and believed in your dreams. Each of you has traveled a unique path to get here. For some, it may have been smooth. For others, the journey was marked with challenges. But today, you are all here united, standing together, resilient, determined, and ready to step into the future full of promise. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, do not allow where the path may lead. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. So this is not the end, it is the beginning. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep dreaming, keep showing up for yourself and for the world you're about to embark upon. You have everything it takes to succeed. Now go out there and soar. To the graduates and to the teachers, families, mentors, and friends who helped make this moment possible, thank you and congratulations. Here's to a bright and bold future ahead.
Thank you, Ms. Howe. We appreciate your greetings. We will now have the introduction of our salutatorian by Jeremiah Parker.
Good afternoon, everyone. I proudly serve as the Secretary of the Student Government Association Executive Board. It is an absolute honor to stand before you all today to introduce someone who embodies dedication, strength, and an unwavering commitment to excellence, our salutatorian. Accomplishing something as significant as being named salutatorian doesn't happen by accident. It requires a unique combination of traits, and he has demonstrated three that stand out above all: structure, resilience, and a positive mindset. First, an established framework. Being part of the IB program, he entered high school with a well-structured foundation. From day one, he laid out a plan, one that allowed him to navigate high school with intention and clarity. He wasn't just reacting to challenges, he was prepared for them by outlining his journey early on. He positioned himself ahead of the curve, but not behind. That proactive mindset set the tone for all he would go on to accomplish. The second would be resilience. High school is full of noise, expectations, pressures, and distractions, but he stood firm. He didn't follow the crowd or let outside influences derail his focus, one that inspired those around him. His presence and performance speak volumes, as 4 years on the principal's honor roll every single quarter. That is not just impressive, that is determination in its purest form. Third would be a positive attitude. He didn't wait for success to come to him in order to be optimistic. He led with optimism. He approached every challenge with curiosity, confidence, and a belief that hard work will always pay off. That kind of outlook not only drives results, it also builds character. Even in a school environment that may have been quiet or limited at times, he made it work for him. He turned it into a space where he could grow, achieve, and ultimately thrive. And now, with great pride and admiration, I'd like to introduce to you your salutatorian for the class of 2025, Keon Smith.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, faculty, staff, family, and the class of 2025. My name is Keon Smith, and I stand before you as the 2025 Central High School salutatorian. It's an honor to speak to you as we celebrate our exceptional accomplishments over the last 4 years. For me, this is much more than a ceremony. It is a moment where each one of us can recognize our hard work. This time last year, I found out I was in the running for this title. It was then that I decided I wanted it. So I worked hard for it, I sacrificed for it, I stressed for it, and I got it. I was a little nervous about today because I had no idea what I was going to talk about. So I did what my generation does and what my generation considers research. I went on YouTube, TikTok, and I searched for the top 10 best graduation speeches ever. I didn't get much help from that. It was then that I felt that I had to be different. I had to be unique and speak truly from my heart and show who Keon Smith truly is. Many people go through trials and tribulations. In fact, we all do. Without them, we wouldn't be who we truly are. These 4 years have shown me and shown each and every one of us something new. We all sacrificed long days, late night studyings, and an abundance of other obstacles. Each one of us should most importantly thank our family and those closest to us. Without their support, we would not be here today to walk across the stage. Looking back 4 years ago, I was a 13-year-old kid coming into high school, not knowing what to expect. Keeping it real, I was a nerd. I made sure I was the first to class, made sure I turned in all my assignments on time, and I made sure I was the first to raise my hand to answer any questions. It's quite funny because my friends call me the lunchbox kid. I literally used to carry around my lunchbox. We laugh and joke about it now, but as it goes to show how far I've come. I assumed high school would be cool just like it is in the movies. In fact, it's not. It's quite different. Everyone in the movies is having fun, but as my dad always told me, high school is what you make it to be. Whether you're at a big school or a little school like all of us. I'm sure each and every one of us have the thought of transferring from Central High School, because I'm sure I have. But as I said before, high school is what you make it to be. Each one of us here today is graduating from the Central High School, and we should all applaud ourselves for that. Before I finish, there's a person I need to thank, our valedictorian, Dave Deng Fatu. Since freshman year, when I first met her in French class, we were both two outstanding students. We battled all the time when it came to our grades. In 11th grade, we both figured we were in the running to be in this position we are in today. The ultimate goal was a race to be valedictorian. We battled every quarter, every year, to see who would have the best GPA. Unfortunately, I lost that race, but it's not quite your typical loss, because within it, I learned to appreciate competition and respect my competitor. I would like to congratulate her for being the valedictorian, and I'm happy for her, and I can't do anything but smile and just applaud her. She worked extremely hard, and she deserves it. She pushed me to work harder and to want to be better. She is one of the main reasons I'm in this position I'm in today. Now, a message to my fellow classmates of 2025. We did it. High school is over. We have waited for this day since we first entered high school and started. It feels unreal, but we must embrace it. This is just a simple reminder to never compare your life to anyone else's. Everyone's path and flight is different. If there's one piece of advice I could share with you guys, it would be this quote by Nelson Mandela. A bright future beacons. The onus is on us. through hard work, honesty, and integrity to reach for the stars. This means that as we walk away today as class of 2025 graduates, we all have a purpose in life. And what we do with that purpose is up to us. We're all destined for greatness, and I'm sure we'll all do amazing things and be great. Let me leave you with this. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't because you can. Prove them wrong and show them how falcons fly. Thank you.
Thank you, Keon, and congratulations on all of your hard work and your accomplishments. We will now have the introduction of our valedictorian by Armani Palmer.
Good afternoon, everyone. As president of the class of 2025, it is my pleasure to make this introduction. Nay, as a school valedictorian, you possess many traits. One is the drive to be challenged. You have found a way to test yourself on what you know and isolate yourself on what you didn't know. You broke new ground that brought you closer and closer to the success of this day. Two other traits you possess is number one, an optimistic perspective. With this perspective, you were able to hold it together and play the long game, holding on to the belief that things will work out if you just continue to make improvements. You have shown by making this optimism that one can and will endure. Lastly, you have been a tough inner critic, simply by looking at what works on your behalf and what does not, and continuing to make any adjustments that may have been needed to earn your grades and succeed, which truly speaks to your character and the honor of addressing the class of 2025. Nay has had many accomplishments in her Central High School journey, which includes being inducted in the National Honor Society and being one of the all-star student attorneys that participated in the mock trial team that finished second place. With her strong love for science and her plans to attend the University of Maryland, I would now love to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2025, Nay Dieng.
Thank you, Armani, for that introduction. Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, class of 2025. I want to tell you about a girl, her dad, her two brothers, and the person that would complete her family and that she wanted to make proud. Today, I'll be focusing on the girl. At just 6 years old, she became the only girl in a family full of 3 males after the passing of her mother. Growing up, she watched her father work tirelessly to support his children. From that moment on, she chose not to let her circumstances define her as a person. Instead, she used that motivation to become someone her mother would be proud of. That girl is me. My name is Ndefatu Dieng, and I'm honored and proud that my hard work has paid off and allowed me to speak as your valedictorian. "13 years ago, at just 5 years old, we joined the education system, just like everybody else before us, and we were named the class of 2025. At the time, 2025 seemed so far into the future, we thought we'd have flying cars by then. And well, it's May 16, 2025, and while the cars still have wheels on them, we've come a long way. The future we once imagined is now our present. So before we take that step into what's next, let's revisit how we got here. It was 2021 when we were the first class to return to in-person instruction as freshmen in high school. That year, we weren't exactly the only ones new to the building, but we were new to the environment and customs. It was the first time in those 9 years of elementary and middle school that we were no longer surrounded by familiar faces. And so, we socialized here and there, tried to figure out if we would belong to that one group, sport, or club. That was the year to explore it all, and explore we did. By the end of that year, we accumulated all of our new experiences, and we were ready for the next year. The very beginning of that very next year, Central High School's class of 2025 had the third highest promotion of ninth grade students to the very next year. And with that, that deserves a big round of applause. So you see, we've been making our mark from the very first year. We're an important class, and we should show it off. So at the end of that year, we started a countdown and we said, just 3 more years left. Sophomore year. By then, we already knew every part of the building. We knew which friends to get closer to and which to drop. We formed more relationships with our teachers and our administrators. That particularly was my favorite year of high school. I joined many clubs that year, from Student Government Association to Green Team, to volleyball and softball, sports I've never played before. Those activities made my high school experience, and I owe that to the members, the friends, and the sponsors who got me there. By the end of that year, class of 2025 had the highest recipient of principal honor roll and honor roll, which means that we got 3.0 and 4.0 and above in the whole school. And we ended, of course, off by saying, just 2 more years left. Now it's junior year. By 11th grade, class of 2025 was everywhere. We were in all the high-achieving programs. I'm talking about IB, AP, honors, and dual enrollment. We were also in all the clubs. If you joined one, I'm sure one of our classmates was in there. If you walked outside to the fields, I'm sure you would see our student athletes participating in those sports. But of course, if I have to recognize our achievements, I also have to recognize our trials. Junior year was the start to a glimpse of our future. We were asked questions like, oh, what colleges are you applying to next year? What career are you trying to pursue? What does life after high school look like for you? Those questions were especially stressful to students and 16-year-olds who are battling with exams, life experiences, and grades. 16-year-olds whose brains weren't fully developed and still aren't fully developed. But time didn't stop then, and it hasn't stopped now. I would like to share with you all a verse from the Quran, verse 94 of Surah Ash-Shah. It states, and with hardship surely comes ease. Class of 2025, I would like for you to think about every single little issue you've had, but I would also like for you to think about how many of them never crossed your mind ever since. You see, tough times don't last forever. They pass, and with them comes better days. So when things get hard, remember that ease is always on the way. At least that's the mindset I've had ever since, and I kept the countdown going and I said, just 1 more year left. Just a few more, let's get to Fridays, you know. By senior year, the most anticipated year of high school, I'm sure it has been especially special for you all. I know it has been for me, as this is the first year I started writing about the passing of my mother and how it has affected me as a person. Although she's not here today, I am proud to show some of her amazing qualities, like her shy smile and a fraction of her kindness. I would also like to recognize the figure who took her role and a role of his own, my father. He's over there. He has been my #1 supporter and has supported me and my siblings throughout all the years that he has. I'm glad that he doesn't have to do it alone anymore. I'm thankful for you, Tatapenda. Hi. And for him, I am forever grateful. As we prepare to leave high school and step into the next chapter of our lives, I carry with me the lessons, love, and strength of the people who shaped me. To my friends, Nife, Abram, Monet, Theo, Elliot, my classmates, Keon, thank you for pushing me to be valedictorian. To my family, thank you for being my foundation. And for all of you striving for your dreams, I want you to believe in yourself. Congratulations, class of 2025, we did it.
Thank you, Day, for your amazing remarks, your hard work, and your accomplishments. We will now have a musical selection from the Central High School Mallet Percussion Ensemble led by Mr. Yarborough Laws.
Sunshine and shine together. Told you I'd be here forever. Said I'd always be your friend. Took an oath and sing it out to the end. Now it's raining more than ever. Know that we still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, 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 eh. Sunshine and shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'd always be your friend. You know I'm gonna sing it out to the end. Now it's raining more than ever. Know that we still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, 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 eh.
Thank you to the Central High School Mallet Percussion Ensemble and Mr. Laws. Good afternoon, distinguished platform guests, parents, families, friends, and you, the graduating class of 2025. As we gather here today to celebrate your high school achievements, I invite you to reflect on the following 2,000-year-old quote: "Change is the only constant in life." 4 years ago, you nervously walked into Central High School wide-eyed with lots of questions and high expectations. Since then, you've lived through historic events, technological leaps, and personal milestones. You faced challenges you didn't anticipate, adapted to circumstances you couldn't control, and learned lessons that no textbook could fully teach you. And yet, here you are today. The world you entered as a freshman at Central High School is not the same one you graduate into today. That's not a failure of stability. It's a sign of growth. Because change isn't just something to endure, it's something to navigate, to learn from, and to even lead. High school wasn't just about solving equations in your mathematics class or writing essays in your English classes. It was about learning how to adapt to shifting friendships, to new expectations, and to the unpredictable pace of life. Whether it was adjusting to online classes, rethinking your plans, or finding your voice, you've shown resilience and flexibility. These are tools that matter. These are skills that will carry you forward. As you step into the next chapter of your life, college, trade school, the military, or the workforce, remember, change is not your enemy. It's your environment. The world will keep moving, evolving, and even surprising you. But know that you're prepared. You've already proven that you can pivot, grow, and rise. So today, don't just celebrate the end of something. Celebrate your readiness to embrace what's to come. Because if change is truly the only constant in life, then the class of 2025 from Central High School is ready. Not just to survive, but to thrive and to shape it. Congratulations, graduates. The future is yours. At this time, with Dr. Felton Moss, member of the Prince George's County Board of Education, join me at the podium. Graduates, please stand. Central High School proudly certifies that the following students have successfully completed the courses required by the Maryland State Department of Education and have met all graduation requirements for a Maryland high school diploma. I, Cherie Savoy,
and I, Dr. Felton Moss, hereby confirm their eligibility to the Maryland State Board of Education. We do this together too.
By the powers vested in me by the Board of Education of Prince George's County and the Maryland State Department of Education, I now declare the class of 2025 to be graduates of Central High School.
Move up front so you can get them. Okay. No, you're right there. Nde Fatu Dieg.
Keon Frazier Smith.
Jeremiah Marcel Parker.
Armani Palmer.
Zakira Vanze Hagans Johnson.
Theophania Dove Tasu.
Elizabeth Juarez.
Goodness Priscilla Abenlarera. Ola Wanufemi Adejaya. Abra Benedict Omega.
Anijah Germani Turner.
Gabriel Adani Juarez Rivera.
Joy Opemepo Ogoshanya.
Emmanuel Linroy Reed. Jason Jamar Adams.
Tyreek Mackay Williams.
Linda Aglago. Jordan Lowell Alexander.
Evelyn Gabriela Alonzo Zacharias. Gamilleres Marie Alvaro Morales.
Elijah Osei Anderson.
Brandon Gordon Anthony.
Leslie Stephanie Argueta Larios.
Wendy Elizabeth Argueta Bortelo.
Rachel Sadai Arias.
Elma Enrique Oliveira de Valotuaza.
Jesse Akko Bando.
Darnell Anthony Barnes.
Jessica Del Carmen Beria Argueta. Kiara Leoni Barrett. Samto Venance Bito.
Jasanti Nashay Danielle Black.
Jamon Daniel Phillip Black.
Amelia Anivia Blake.
Allende Tobias Bland.
Elias Josue Bonilla.
Kyron Nicia Boone.
Camille Armani Brown.
Ariana Suzelle Burnett.
Darlene Elette Cardenas Gomez.
Fatima Del Carmen Carrillo Aquino. Michael Charity.
Ruth Cherachek Chebochek.
Michael Rodney Clark.
Vanier Reagan Copeland.
Lanaya Marie Coram.
Noye Adone Crespin Ravaro.
Belinda Yamalet Cruz Teo. Janaya Felicia Dane.
Christian Lozano de Paza Bonilla.
Lasara Janice Dayberry.
Charlene Venel Benet Doko.
Diamond Charisma Doubting.
Amira Elizabeth Durrett.
Dante Kenneth Adams.
Kevin. Chaz Kevin Ricardo Aldemire.
Zachary Nicole Epps.
Ivania Marlon Escobar Balerero.
Mariela Michelle Garcia Bonilla.
London Danetta Garrett.
Philip Eric Glenn Douglas.
Carmel Ange Nembode.
Daniel Enrique Gomez.
Cody Unique Gorman.
Madeline Michelle Graham.
Miguel Antonio Graham.
Kevin Anthony Groves. Kyle Groves.
Jai.
Joshua Jai Harper. Destiny Sinai Harrison.
Caden Lamar Harrison.
Aaliyah Carol Haynes.
Brian Omar Hercules Guerrero. Pamela Nicole Hernandez Gomez.
Devin Davon Hubbard.
Kamari Raquel Huff.
Gregory Jerome Hutchinson.
Jaleel Anton Nathaniel Poole.
Imani Catrice Jacob.
Montez Lacoste James II.
Eric Keenan Jr.
Andre McAnthony Kirk Jr. Larissa N. Nzina Kaloro.
Zaria Siobhan Lewis.
Raquel Ramin Longstreet. Aldina Lopez Cabrera. Giselle Elizabeth Mahano. Francisco Anthony Marquez Argueta. Robert Tyrone McInnes.
Sherrod Isaiah Mills.
Catherine Nayeli Molina Rivas. Crystal Azembla Monray Ortega. Kayla Desiree Moore.
Nevaeh Carey Moore.
Diego Abuero Morales. Cynthia Edith Morano. Judah Clay Morton. Kane Michelle Mozan. El Bashar Muhammad. Labria Laki Nelson. Albert Arboje Narco. Trinity Nicole Odems. Selvin Arnado Oranzo Rodriguez. Rashida Taiwo Okoraniran.
London Janae Palmer.
Escarly Yolizabeth Paz Gonzalez. Ace Dennis Petway. Edwin Steve Pineda. Walter Alberto Pineda Ayana. Azaria Monet Piard Mosby.
Blanca Esther Portillo Minava. Abria Janae Prophet.
Jefferson Odolfo Ramirez Valatala.
Jacqueline Ramirez Mercado.
Gabriela Ramos Blanco.
Shamir Ramia Wood.
Paola Nicole Reyes Cruz. Keely Alejandra Rivera Valadezo. Khalik Zante Robertson. Jonathan Armando Rodriguez Santa Maria. Franklin Noborto Rojas. Sandra Del Carmen Rosales Vasquez. Anthony Javier Rubio. Oscar Mauricio Rubio Montiel. Makai Zaquan Stokes. Ahmad Oyemide Sosan. Inemudan Olemiwade Solomon. Jacob Malik Smith. Tyree Slater. Paul Philip Slater III.
Jamari Ashton Skinner. Adonis Dimitri Singleton. Khalil Alexander Shorter. Malachi Anthony Shaw.
Zakara Amina Monet Sharp.
Besley Roxana Santos Pons. Quincy Ronell Taylor II. Stephanie Rosalie Thomas. Davon Roger Thompson.
Kimberly Giselle Uzmanzar. Angelica Vanessa Urbina Hercules. Jahir Velasco Garcia. Jose Luis Velasquez Barajan. Jocelyn Velasquez. Marvin Ismael Valdez Parada. Anthony Endelosen Varillo Martinez. Keely Giselle Valataro Rojas.
Curtis Clark Washington IV. Aaron Wiles Jr. Sunday Monet Williams.
Jaden Amari Young. Xavier Scott. Mario Teo Rivera. Naya Priscilla Young. Nyla Eve Williamson.
Keith Dandrick Harris.
All right. I'm just gonna follow you. Is nobody sitting next to you? Okay, I'm gonna sit next to you.
Would the class of 2025 please stand? The tassels on your motorboards are recent additions to the traditional graduation attire. Actually, tassels have only become popular in the last 50 years. The tassels before graduation symbolize your time as students. When you move your tassels from right to left, you are confirming your newfound graduate status. Class of 2025, please turn your tassels from right to left.
Family and friends, thank you family and friends, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Our graduates will now recess from the arena and join you to celebrate their accomplishments. Congratulations again, class of 2025. You are now official alumni of Central High School.